Okay guys, this is James with Level 1. Doing a little video for you guys today. I'm underneath our test car here. I don't know if you can tell that's what it is. I'm under here doing a little checking, a little measuring. I got to run up to Mooresville and get some pieces and parts for it. We're here in my little shop at home, kind of away from everything. As a small team, we don't have the biggest, grandest shop, so we have to make do with kind of everything, and using, my little slice of heaven here is is part of that. So anyway, it's here and I can kind of work on it and get some other stuff done too while I'm at it. But I just wanted to give you guys a little quick tour here. Part of our YouTube channel coming up is going to have little tutorial videos and things like that, so maybe this will be the first part of it. But just to give you guys an idea here, bring you around, you can see the chassis here. Just wanted to point out a couple of things, maybe interesting, maybe not. One of the first things we have to do when we get these chassis to convert them into test cars, which, by the way, this is a Roush chassis, I believe, and you can kind of tell what kind of body's on it. That's under the hood. Obviously there's no engine or suspension in it. One of the first things we have to do is right here. We have to notch the transmission tunnel for our style of transmissions and shifters. These COT cars were basically designed to use with a center shift transmission, and we don't have those. That's we're a little bit of a low buck deal. So anyway, all ours had the more conventional side shift patterns, like this, and kind of bring you around here and just kind of show you some of this stuff for guys that aren't familiar with it. This is the back side of where the lower control arm will mount. There's a mount back here. There's a mount in the front. These are what I call window slugs. This is basically, I think this is a 1 3/4 by 2 3/4, I believe. It allows us to position, and the front has something similar. It allows us to put our lower control arms at various heights, angles, pitches, that kind of thing. So had to do some measuring, got to go find some of those. These bottom ones right here, see my finger? They take little guys like this. You fit that in there to kind of hold the bolts in place if you go that route. These are all various sizes. This particular one here is, let's see if I can see what it is. It's a 0. That means it's straight up. I'm going to work on this. We got about 30 days to get this thing done and ready for our next test session. So I'm not going to be able to show you every single part of the build, but I'm going to hit the highlights, and hopefully you learned something. If you know all this, well, then don't watch. Pretty simple. And if you don't, maybe it would be interesting. Maybe you find it interesting. We're really trying to build our YouTube content, and this is kind of part of the first phase of that. And we'll get into some fab stuff later on and things like that. But right now, let's get up to Mooresville and see if we can find some parts for this thing. All right, guys, we're turning in here to Lakeside Park, which is pretty famous because at one time there was a buttload of race teams over here. There's still a lot of them, just not quite as many as there were. We're here at Circle Track. Pull in here. There's BJ McLeod's hauler. In case you were wondering where his shop was, it's behind here. Yeah, I know I got a crack in my windshield. When I replace this one, this will be windshield number 3 in this thing. So we're gonna get around and get that done before the season gets going too far. Here. Gotta grab some cash, and let's go in here so we can get it. Okay guys, well, we're back here from Mooresville. We went up there, we got pretty much everything we needed, close to it anyways. We went up there, we picked us up a real nice set of matching truck arms here. They're ready to go. They're the plated ones, they're really nice. The window slugs we talked about, we got our window slugs ready to go. We got them in some various offsets and sizes so we can get everything dialed in. We also got the seats for the truck arms ready to go, drop chains, these bushings for the truck arms. We had our hubs that are ready to go. We got our screws to put in there ready to go. Our rear end housing, this is a nice 2 degree, 1.5 degree. It's 2 on the left, 1.5 on the right. Good little short track rear end housing. We got a little problem here with a broken out fitting. We'll get the rest of that out. Shouldn't be too big a problem. Squirt a little paint on it, should be good to go. Around here we got everything else. We got our lower control arms ready to go. These are actually brand new lower control arms ready to go. Around the other side we have our spindles and things. And pretty much everything we need is laid out here on this chassis cart. I love these carts. It kind of keeps everything self-contained in one place, so that, you know, we don't have to go chasing around, that sort of thing. We still got to get some nuts and bolts and those sort of things that we're going to need. But basically everything here is pretty much 90% ready to go. So be sure to follow along with us as we put all of that into that. Thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.